Air travel is becoming as common as taking a bus or train, losing some of its old allure. However, some mysteries remain at 35,000 feet. What about non-refundable tickets, dealing with flight cancellations, finding free upgrades, and scoring the best ticket deals? Culture Cheat Sheet has compiled answers to these questions to help you become a savvy and cost-effective traveler. Number 10. Did you get bumped from your flight? Opt for cash, not a voucher. Many flights today are overbooked because airlines need planes to be at least 85% complete to profit. They overbook to cover missed connections, no-shows, and other issues. If a flight is overbooked, you might hear an offer for vouchers, but it's best not to take them if you prefer to stay on your original flight. Only about 10% of passengers are involuntarily bumped. If this happens, the airline must compensate you unless it can still get you to your destination on time. If you're delayed for 2 hours or more, the Department of Transportation requires compensation up to 400% of your ticket price, with a cap of $1,300. If you're rebooked on another airline, you won't pay extra for your seat or baggage, though in-flight food, beverages, and entertainment aren't covered. Number 9. Feeling hungry? According to USA Today, you can bring your food on board, and there's no formal limit on how much you can pack in your carry-on. Airplane food often leaves much to be desired, but you have other options. You're allowed to bring your food on board, and there's no formal limit on how much you can pack in your carry-on, according to USA Today. Packing your meal can be a cost-effective and satisfying alternative to expensive plane or airport food. However, TSA regulations treat certain foods like yogurt and hummus as liquids, so they must be placed in a clear bag for security screening. For international flights, check the specific regulations regarding food items. When choosing your food, be mindful of odors and allergies. While you might enjoy a strong-smelling meal, it could be unpleasant for fellow passengers, so try to be considerate. Number 8. Is your flight canceled? Please call right away. Act quickly if your flight is canceled or delayed long enough to miss a connection to rebook. Please act quickly if your flight is canceled or delayed long enough to miss a connection. While you wait in line at the gate or ticket counter, you can call your travel agent to reschedule without the wait. Time is crucial, as other travelers quickly take available seats. When you contact your agent, immediately provide your record locator instead of explaining your situation to speed up rebooking. Number 7. Your smartphone won't cause the plane to crash. Flight attendants ask you to switch your smartphone to airplane mode before takeoff to prevent interference, not because phones could bring down a plane. Travel Plus Leisure reports there has never been a case of a phone causing a crash, but electronic devices can potentially interfere with aircraft systems. Although such problems are rare and hard to replicate, the FAA has delegated the decision on electronic device use to airlines. Using smartphones that transmit cell signals is banned due to potential interference with ground networks, FCC, and aircraft systems. FAA. While switching to airplane mode is acceptable, airlines prefer you avoid using voice, text, or data services during the flight to minimize any risk of interference. Number 6. Packing hand sanitizer is as essential as your carry-on. Dealing with a quart-sized bag of liquids at the TSA checkpoint is a hassle, but it's worth it for carrying hand sanitizer. Airplane surfaces can be pretty germy, often more so than a toilet seat. Tray tables are cleaned about once a day, and blankets and pillows are only replaced for the first flight of the day. The cabin air, though filtered, is pressurized and dry, which can dry out your mucous membranes and make you more susceptible to germs. While you can't choose your seatmates, you can carry and use hand sanitizer. Adding a pack of sanitizing wipes for your tray table can also help keep germs at bay. Number 5. Airlines can't keep you on a delayed plane indefinitely. While it may feel like you've been stuck on a delayed plane forever, regulations limit how long airlines can keep passengers on board without moving. ABC News reported that airlines can only keep passengers on the tarmac for up to 3 hours if they depart. This rule is intended to benefit passengers but might have unintended consequences. A study by Dartmouth College and MIT found that this regulation has led to more flight cancellations, which can increase the overall time it takes to reach your destination. Airlines, trying to avoid fines, may cancel flights more quickly. While waiting on the plane may seem frustrating, dealing with a canceled flight and spending time in the airport is preferable. Number 4. Detail what was in your lost bag to increase your compensation. Airlines may owe you compensation if your luggage goes missing or is delayed. For domestic travel in the U.S., you can claim up to $3,300 for lost or delayed luggage. provided you have documentation of the item's value or necessity. Even if your luggage is just delayed, the airline should cover reasonable, actual, and verifiable expenses related to the delay, such as renting skis or buying a new tuxedo. Please keep receipts and file a complaint to ensure you get the compensation you're entitled to. Number 3. Those annoying crew requests. Each one has a good reason. The cabin lights dim before takeoff not to signal bedtime, but to help your eyes adjust to the darkness, so you can see in an emergency. Window shades are kept open to allow the crew and emergency responders to monitor conditions outside. Additionally, you're asked to lock your tray table and return your seat to an upright position for safety reasons. This ensures that passengers seated behind you can evacuate quickly in an emergency. These procedures are about safety, not disrupting your comfort during the flight. Number 2. Flight attendants do more than just serve cocktails. While your primary interaction with flight attendants may be for refreshments, their primary role is ensuring safety. Their extensive training includes CPR, using EpiPens, AEDs, and defibrillators, self-defense, handling unruly passengers, and managing evacuations. They also guard the cockpit to prevent unauthorized access and evacuate properly. It's crucial to ask for help when needed, but always treat flight attendants courteously and avoid asking questions better suited for another time. Number 1. Every airline has a contract with you. Airlines must follow contracts of carriage required by the Department of Transportation, which outline their policies on flight cancellations, refunds, fare changes, and carry-on baggage. Although these contracts are similar across airlines, it's wise to review them as they define what you agree to when buying. You can check the contracts for United, American, and Delta Airlines for more information on a ticket. These contracts also detail the airline's obligations to you during travel. You can check the contracts for United, American, and Delta Airlines for more information. Now that we've discussed the top 10 secrets airlines don't want you to know, you might be wondering why they choose to withhold the truth. Airlines often keep certain aspects of their operations under wraps for various reasons, which can include 1. Profit margins. Airlines operate on thin profit margins and may withhold information about the actual cost of services or the financial benefits of certain practices to maintain a competitive edge and avoid scrutiny that could impact their bottom line. 2. Operational efficiency. Sharing too much detail about operational procedures, such as overbooking strategies or handling delays, might lead to passenger behaviors that could disrupt the efficiency of their operations. 3. Passenger perceptions. Airlines may avoid disclosing specific policies or practices to prevent negative perceptions that could affect customer satisfaction and loyalty. For example, the extent of the reasons behind overbooking or the real impact of carrying certain items could be less favorable than portrayed. 4. Regulatory compliance. Some practices are closely tied to regulatory requirements, and airlines may need to fully disclose how they handled such regulations to avoid potential legal and financial consequences. Thanks for watching 10 Insider Secrets Airlines don't want you to know. If you found this helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more travel tips. Share your thoughts or questions in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Safe